Yo, what's good, people? Welcome to the channel where we talk about music business, music licensing, and music production. If you love one or all of the above, definitely be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest content. Now, this video is going to be a Q&A, what I like to call questions for Clint, hashtag questions for Clint. So I'm going to answer a few questions and hopefully you find value in the answers. All right, let's go. So first question is from Vibe Walker. His question is, a lot of music libraries and pubs went non-exclusive to exclusive contracts. What red flag should we look out for? Yeah, definitely music libraries have been shifting towards just exclusive contracts because they want more exclusive music. It gets confusing when you got the same track coming from multiple sources. And the tracking of that one track, like who owns what, it just creates a lot of confusion. So a lot of publishers and music licensing companies are going exclusive. With that being said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I can't really advise you on which way to go. I have a combination of both. What I like to look out for personally is making sure if I'm signing an exclusive contract, it's exclusive for that specific track that I'm sending. I don't want to be tied down to working exclusively with one publisher, whereas everything I create has to go through that one publisher. That's what I try and stay away from. So if I can get a deal where, okay, the music has to be exclusive, but I know if I send this batch of tracks to them, you know, those are their tracks, but I can still create another batch of tracks for another publisher. So that's what I would look out for, and that's what I look out for personally. This question is from Lefty Lucy. One of them, Lefty Lucy. Any preference between ASCAP and BMI? I don't have any experience with ASCAP. I only have experience with BMI, and I am now with CSAC. That is really your call. I would recommend do your due diligence, research ASCAP, research BMI, see which one would be a good fit for you. All of them essentially do the same thing, which is collect performance royalties. But you know, if you feel more comfortable with one particular performance rights organization, or pro for short, then by all means go for it. They do have their own respective fees and processes of getting accepted or whatever, but just do your due diligence, research, and find which one works for you. Next question is from creative_7. What kind of equipment did you have when you first started music production? Wow. So I went through a phase where I was just kind of playing around with music production, and that was on this $10 Best Buy Magic's Music Maker software. The joint was like super minimal. Like I couldn't do much. It was like one sound and a bunch of loops, but it allowed me to kind of get experience with arranging and things like that. Then when I got serious, I upgraded to a Casio keyboard. Now, to me, that was an upgrade, you know, because it had all these different sounds and beats, and okay, the keyboard, it was whack, all right, but it was cool for me at the time. So I started out a Casio keyboard, made beats on there, and then I moved and got a Mac. It was an iBook, like the white iBook, not MacBook, it was an iBook. So I got that, and I got GarageBand, which at the time came on iLife. It was like iLife 05, which is like a bundle of Apple programs, and GarageBand was on there. So GarageBand and my Casio keyboard is what I started on, and then I just kind of grew from there. And I also had some cheap Sony headphones. I didn't have like studio monitors or anything. It was super basic, yo. Like I was a beginner for sure. Next question is from Class D_. There is a gentleman offering a master course on sync licensing, but it cost over $600. Is it worth it? I wouldn't be able to answer that for you. It all depends on what you find value in. If you think he's giving valuable information that you can't find online or anywhere else, then, you know, that's your call if you want to make that investment. People invest in different ways and different things to get the knowledge that they want. So if you find value in it, you know, that's your decision. If you don't find value in it, you don't see the worth in it, I wouldn't do it. Me personally, if I see something and there's a price tag, first I ask myself, can I find this information on Google somewhere, on YouTube, and just find it myself? If I can't, then obviously I find value in that and I'll pay the price to get that information. So it's up to you, man. I wish you the best of luck on that, and hopefully it works out for you. Got another question from Vibe Walker. Yo, Clint, how many beats do your packs usually consist of when you're submitting? So this is submitting to publishers. Really depends. A lot of times if I'm sending like a bundle of tracks, for whatever reason I shoot for like the number 5. I just think it's a solid number, 5, whatever. Unless they ask like, yo, send us 2 or 3 or 1. It just depends. But usually if I'm shooting for a project or some placements, the more the better. I at least do 5. And then if I can do more, obviously I'll do more. So yeah. So those are my questions for Clint. If you have questions for me, tweet me using the hashtag questions for Clint, and I will try and answer them on my next video, my next questions for Clint video. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please like it, share, subscribe, and yeah, till next time, peace.